In today's video, we find out what happens when Boss Scorpio meets Boss Fletcher Kane inside of Fortnite. This is something I wanted to do since the start when they got introduced, so now we have it, we've got the footage, and we are set to go. Roughly 98% of you guys that watch over here for some reason aren't subscribed, by the way, so tap that subscribe, it'd mean the world to me, and help the channel grow even further. Okay, so what exactly is the plan? Well, we had to get really lucky. We needed them both to spawn at Mass Meadows. We know that Scorpio spawns there, we know that Fletcher Kane can spawn there. With a little bit of luck, they will both spawn there, and then once we've got them both there, we'll be able to take them into the underground. It'll take a lot of attempts, and it did take a lot of attempts, and that's why it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. Once we've done that, we can get them to meet, and we are set. So yeah, there we have it. Also, if you're buying anything from the item shop, don't forget to always pop in code POST to support this channel here. That's POST. Really does go a long way and helps support the channel. And if you're a fan of the maps, we've got 50 Fashion and Toy Box, two really awesome maps for you guys. Toy Box, every single weapon in there is entirely free, no gold required. Head on in, really awesome to try out every weapon, and it's a super fun map. And fashion shows, if you like them, 50 Fashion is for you. Anyway, let's head in, find out, and see what's going to happen. So first thing we've got is we've got the battle bus footage. Well, in this scenario, my gameplay footage went bust, so we're using the replay, but here we are, we've got the battle bus, and now we're going to dive out of here and head into the location of the Mass Meadows. Now we know that Fletcher Kane has spawned here in this game, and Scorpio Boss has spawned, which leaves us the perfect opportunity to get them in and running. Now we don't have long before the storm closes. As you guys know, the storm closes very quickly. There's no battle labs anymore. Fortnite removed it a long time ago, so these videos are much more difficult than you think. So we've got a short period of time to get the Fletcher Kane boss to spawn in, and then get him moving down to the basement. We should be able to do that with some simple slide kicks and get him moving, but it's going to be hard to get this open as quickly as possible. So let's get that done and get this vault open and get the Fletcher inbound. This is the fastest way you can open the vault, and you can see we're going to be using the drill to do that. You got to wait for it to spawn in again. All right, henchman. Okay. Take out henchman, and there we are. Okay, drill time. Drill on again. There we are. Nice little drilling. We are into the next layer just like that. In nice and easy. And again, for the same next layer, we've got the one to go, and we can drill into this. It's easy to do. You shouldn't be waiting too long, hopefully. Come on. All right, take out a few of these with the drill while we're waiting. There we are. Drill again. Ready to go. Easy. Drill is just the best method. And then we're almost there. And once this vault is almost done, Fletcher Kane should have spawned. You can see him spawning in over there, I think. Fletcher Kane is almost here. Once Fletcher Kane's here, we'll use him and get him into the basement. Now a drill attack on this henchman over here. There we are. Okay, it's not Fletcher Kane. Oh, there he is. Oh, Fletcher Kane is there. It's his henchman and Fletcher Kane. So we can take out the henchman and get Fletcher Kane just on his own. We don't want any of these henchmen. There he is. Fletcher Kane will remain once the vault's open. And now we have him. Now all we've got to do is get Fletcher Kane into the vault down below. Or not the vault, sorry. The lower section. Go on, Fletcher. Come on. All right, almost. Got a slide kick him down. And once Fletcher Kane does come down here, this is where he will fight the Scorpion boss in his chamber. It's important that we do it in this chamber. It's impossible to move Fletcher Kane sadly around the map, so we have to do it in his POI. He should just follow us. Hopefully we can get him down here. It shouldn't be too hard. Come on, Fletcher, what are you doing? He's not having any of it. Fletcher Kane does not want to go down. Come on, Fletcher Kane, get down the hole. What is he doing? Go with a little shockwave there. Nicely done. Ooh, almost. And there we are. Go on. Nice little shockwave, nice little slide. Oh, Fletcher, come on. He's so hard to get down. Come on, Fletcher Kane. We're going to try our best to get him down into this hole. We should be able to hopefully get him in. There we are. Come on, is he just going to... Oh, he is. He's just going to follow us. Perfect. Fletcher Kane's followed us. Nice little shockwave there to move him in nicely. And there we have it. Fletcher Kane is now following us into the location of the new Scorpio boss. So we're going to summon him in by hitting that. Come on, Fletcher. Do not be going back up there. Get back down here. Scorpio's going to be in now. There he is. Scorpio's boss. Fletcher Kane boss. Who's going to win the 1v1? Let's get them to meet. Come on, Fletcher Kane, get down the tunnel. What is he doing? Why is he not going down the tunnel? He's so hard to move. Come on, Fletcher Kane. There we are. Okay, he's attacking us. Is he in? I think he's in. Come on, Scorpio and Fletcher Kane. It's time for them to fight. Let's get them to hit each other. It looks like we've almost got them to hit. Once they hit each other, they will fight. Some bosses sometimes team, but in this case, they do fight, and they have now contacted each other, and the fight between these two is about to begin. Boss Scorpio versus Fletcher Kane. Let's jump into the replay. So Fletcher Kane starts off the fight with his bat onto Boss Scorpio. Scorpio then goes invisible and moves over to the other side. He's back again. Replay bug, by the way, that guys. Don't worry too much. Again, he attacks on this side as well, going for a big slam on to Fletcher Kane, missing a few shots, going for a few fires, but not actually hitting. Fletcher Kane moving back with his pistol, missing a few shots there. Then again, another teleportation from Scorpio onto the Fletcher Kane, dealing a little bit of damage. Obviously, Fletcher Kane is going to be taking damage from the water. Only a short amount, but it will affect the fight a little bit, but there's nothing we can do about this. We have to do this. But luckily, he does have more HP overall than the Scorpio boss, so it kind of makes it a little bit fair. You see this pistol is going in onto the Scorpio boss. He goes into his growl mode, obviously using that to detect the Scorpio boss. We've still got Scorpio in the fight between these two. They are still targeting on us, and it is hard to get them not to target on us, because if we leave this POI, Fletcher Kane will get out of here. So I don't know why this is happening, but this is just what we have to do to get it to work. And there we are. Fletcher Kane keeps going in with his bat. He gets a few hits onto Scorpio, then he misses again, and then he targets back onto the human player. You can see also Scorpio now has actually decided to fully target on Fletcher Kane. He goes in for a few hits, gets a few hits on uppercut actually onto Fletcher Kane, forcing him backwards. Fletcher Kane going in with the back, gets another uppercut, swinging him backwards into the water, taking a little bit of damage in the water. Another grapple hook pulls him out of the water, which is probably kind of good for Fletcher Kane because it reduces his damage, I guess, from the water. You see Scorpio again teleports over to the other side. Nice little teleportation from him. Fletcher Kane goes for a few shots, misses, gets a few bat hits on. Scorpio does miss. He's still targeted on us, Scorpio, which is really crucial. We have to stay in this room, obviously, or Scorpio is just going to follow us because that's what they do. The bosses, they won't actually fight if we leave this room, so that's why we're running around. You can see Scorpio goes in for a few extra hits, extra damage on to Fletcher Kane. Fletcher Kane with some bats, moving him back, pushing Scorpio back a little bit. Some more melee attacks coming into Fletcher Kane, even better. Fletcher Kane going into the bat, pushing him back a little bit again onto the platform we've got over here. Goes for a grab on our player, but misses, which is kind of good. And another teleportation in from the Scorpio. Swings in there. Fletcher Kane gets some extra hits onto Scorpio. Super close this fight right now between these two. And they do have a large amount of HP, so it can be quite tight. You see Fletcher Kane is stuck a little bit in the water there. We're going to try and help him out and get him out a little bit. We've got him out. Nicely done there for Fletcher Kane, moving in with his pistol, missing a few shots there. Scorpio goes in for the grab, but unfortunately hits our own player. Fletcher Kane's trying to make a run for it, so we have to be careful to keep him back in the arena, which we're trying our best to do, so he targets onto the player and doesn't escape this POI. Scorpio is in his water. It looks like he's taking damage according to the animation, but I'm not too sure 100% if that is the case. This 1v1 situation is being quite close between these two. Scorpio then gets another grapple on boss Fletcher Kane, which is kind of neat. Obviously, the Mammoth pistol there hitting as well onto Scorpio. Scorpio teleports over here, goes for a slam, gets a few extra kicks, and now Fletcher Kane was a little bit stuck there, taking some extra damage. Fletcher Kane manages to get past there, and he's back against the wall, which we've got him held in this arena. Fletcher Kane using his pistol, missing a few shots onto Scorpio boss. We're going to move him over to this corner over here. You can see Scorpio is absolutely fuming. He's going in with a few swings, going with a fire attack, misses the fire attack, and now it's a pretty close fight between these two. Another fire attack coming onto Fletcher Kane. Fletcher Kane switches into his melee mode, and now it's a melee versus melee, but also he's still using his pistol as well. I guess his full melee mode isn't out just yet. You can see Fletcher Kane is kind of chilling. He's not too worried. Scorpio are now targeted on us. It's impossible to stop this from happening, but the close fight between these two, more melee attacks coming in from Fire Breath as well, which is quite effective. Scorpio going for a few other swings, gets a lovely little dash there, but obviously Fletcher Kane counters that with a lovely little dash around on the circle. We're trying our best to keep these two in this position. You can see Fletcher Kane going for some more dash attacks. He's dodging a lot of Scorpio's abilities there, dodging the fire. Scorpio hitting a few shots there, but not enough to do enough damage to Fletcher Kane. Fletcher going in, double melee, dodging a bunch of Scorpios there with a little twist. Scorpio goes in with a kick out the fire on the floor. Fletcher's now going for another detection, trying to find Scorpio. Scorpio goes for an uppercut, hits him back. Scorpio gets pushed right back. They're now in the drain fighting each other. Uppercut again coming in from Scorpio. Pretty close fight between these. Fletcher Kane still using his pistol. Scorpio goes for another uppercut onto Fletcher Kane. He rolls in, obviously trying his best to get as much damage with that roll attack, but missed it. Miss of a hook as well there from Scorpio, pretty close between these two. And an uppercut there from Fletcher, miss and a miss and a roll and a miss on the roll, a miss on the Mammoth as well. And Scorpio teleports through the wall onto our player. It's getting pretty close now and pretty tight inside of this drain pipe. Hopefully they do target onto each other. Fletcher Kane goes for another raid to detect the location of Scorpio. He then decides to finish and goes in with a lovely dive, but misses that unfortunately. Scorpio is now in a good advantage position to take on Fletcher Kane. Goes for another grapple but misses. And there, just like that, the Mammoth gets the turn and takes down boss Scorpio. Pretty close and pretty tight.